The hip-hop community was left in shock and mourning on February 19, 2020, as news broke of the untimely passing of rising rap star Pop Smoke. At just 20 years old, the Brooklyn-born artist had already made a significant impact on the music industry with his unique sound, which blended gritty lyrics with infectious beats. He was widely regarded as a future legend in the making, a GOAT in the hip-hop world, and his loss was felt deeply by fans and fellow artists alike.
Now at 11, we're following breaking news. A rap star on the rise killed during a violent home invasion in the Hollywood Hills this morning. The music world is in shock.
The 20-year-old rapper had been on the cusp of stardom with a breakout hit in Welcome to the Party, the debut album on the way. But his promising career was cut short when he was fatally shot in what turned out to be a home invasion in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles.
Detained several people who turned out to be witnesses. Those men say there were between 2 and 6 suspects. At least one was wearing a mask.
In the aftermath of Pop Smoke's death, many questions emerged. What happened that night in Los Angeles? Who was responsible for his murder? And what would have been the young rapper's legacy? In this video, we'll explore what we know so far about Pop Smoke's death and how one Instagram post cost him his life.
The incident that was filmed and then it blew up on social media. So I hit the internet and I was actually able to find an old video.
Bashar Baraka Jackson, aka Pop Smoke, was born on July 20th, 1999. Pop Smoke had a difficult upbringing, and he spent his childhood days in Brooklyn, New York. He turned to the savagery of street life after being expelled from school for bringing a gun in 8th grade. Pop Smoke quickly realized in his life that he did not need formal education in order to make his wishes come true. He soon found passion in music and focused his attention on rapping and writing rhymes. In the beginning, his music did not get a lot of recognition. However, his luck took a turn after a recording session with rapper and friend Jay Guapo. Guapo fell asleep after getting high, and Pop Smoke took the opportunity to jump on the mic and see what he could do. This resulted in his first single, MPR, and marked the beginning of his rise to fame. Pop Smoke went on to revive interest in Brooklyn drill through his popular mixtapes. Just when he started making more noise and getting traction in the game, his life was tragically cut short. In 2020, he was shot and killed in a home invasion in Los Angeles. The events leading up to Pop Smoke's death began on February 18th, 2020, when he posted his first photo on an Instagram story at 11 a.m. He uploaded a photo of himself at his Airbnb in Beverly Hills, California. He came to Beverly Hills for a short vacation to celebrate his album's success along with his friend Mike D. Then there was another series of photos that got uploaded on Instagram. This time around, it was Mike D who uploaded the photos. We saw 3 photos with Mike and Pop together, where Mike can be seen with a few bands of Cash Money. However, this is where the first crucial mistake was made. In the third photo with Mike and Pop, we can clearly see the home number of the place where the two were staying. One number was missing, but it wasn't too hard to guess which one it was. Moreover, the Instagram post clearly showed that this house wasn't Beverly Hills, California. Now, if Pop Smoke was an ordinary person, the fact that his location was disclosed wouldn't mean too big of a deal. However, Pop Smoke was a target, and there were people who had their crosshairs on him for some time in the past. Now, they have Pop Smoke's exact location, and they used this opportunity to get what they wanted. The photos that were added to his IG showed that a substantial amount of money was to be found at his house. On top of that, expensive jewelry like gold watches and a number of chains. While his ops were planning ahead, studying carefully how and when to run up on Pop Smoke, he himself went out and spent a couple hours in Beverly Hills shopping. This was an ordinary sight, and Pop Smoke would usually go out and buy himself clothes or sneakers when he went out on vacation. He earned every dollar, and he had no problem spending it on whatever he liked. However, once he returned to his house, we saw yet another IG post. This time around, he posted a story with the landscape view of Beverly Hills at night. To make matters even worse, he slipped up yet again. He uploaded another video and once again revealed his location to anyone who was watching. He showed a number of his Amiri designer bags filled with clothes, but inside the first one, you can clearly see the address to which the clothes were shipped. That is, the address of the house in which he was residing at the time. This was the last bit of crucial information that the 2 Hoover gang criminals who wanted to rob him needed. Pop's manager had warned him about the fact that he leaked valuable information on his social media. Pop Smoke actually took down the video later. However, it was too late, and the 2 members already got what they wanted. Little after that, Pop Smoke left his house and went for a recording session in the studio with his friend Mike D. Little did he know that this would be the very last time he would be making music and enjoying his life. At 2 a.m., the robbers made their first move, but they went in order to extract some data. They circled around the house in a black BMW, but this wouldn't be the vehicle that they used for the hit. They realized that there were not too many people in the home, but that Pop Smoke wasn't even there yet. Then they proceeded to leave the spot and find assistance for the act. After the recording session, Pop Smoke decided to come back to his house with Amelia Rose, who he had just met, and his friend Mike. It was around 3 a.m. Around 4 a.m., while Pop Smoke was getting ready to end his night with a shower and go to sleep, an Infiniti sedan with turned-off lights pulled up to the house. Several masked men entered the home through the balcony and snuck their way into the second floor. The first person who noticed that something was going on was Amelia. However, she couldn't do much because she was threatened at gunpoint by a robber in order to remain silent. Her phone and purse were taken away. The rest of the robbery crew went in to confront Pop and rob him of his goods. They took away his watch first, but then Pop Smoke made an attempt to fight back. This was a fatal mistake. The 15-year-old who had a gun with him shot Pop Smoke in his chest. After he fell down on the floor, the two robbers kicked Pop several times. A few moments later, Pop Smoke made his final attempt at running away. However, the robbers saw him and fired 2 more shots, and he was hit in the back. The 3 robbers got out of the house, and by this point, Mike was awake. He called 911 and tried giving Pop medical assistance, but he was too far gone. Pop Smoke was rushed to the hospital by the ambulance, but was pronounced dead a short time later at 4:42 a.m. Even though there was evidence of the crime, the police couldn't come up with something that would stick to the case. That was until they finally arrested the 15-year-old who was responsible for pulling the trigger and ending Pop's life. They finally caught up to him a couple months after Pop's death in another unrelated crime that he committed. He was then put in a recorded cell where the police eventually found out that he was in fact responsible. In July 2020, 5 suspects were arrested in connection with the murder, including 2 adults and 3 juveniles. The story of how things went down was confirmed by the getaway driver, who was also arrested. As presumed, the robbers had no intention of firing their guns. However, once they saw Pop Smoke showing resistance, they panicked, and the rest was history. The 2 teens who took Pop Smoke's life were juveniles. They were charged with murder and robbery. Due to their young age, their names were never disclosed to the public. Pop Smoke's death was a tragedy that shook the hip-hop community, with many artists paying tribute to the young rapper's talent and potential. Despite his untimely death, Pop Smoke's music continues to resonate with his fans, with his debut album, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, becoming one of the most streamed albums of 2020. While we may never know the full details of what happened that night in Los Angeles, Pop Smoke's legacy as a talented artist and a rising star is secure. Fans agree and simply cannot come to terms with the fact that someone like Pop Smoke, who was shooting for the stars, fell victim to a robbery that ultimately took his life. One comment wrote, "The amount of lost potential this man had is irritating." And another fan of Pop Smoke said, "It's very sad how avoidable his death was. He was robbed of his career." LLT Dubs. What happened that tragic day when we lost Pop Smoke is a testament to the kind of danger that lies behind the life of a rap star. The only thing that Pop Smoke did was show his fans and his loved ones where he spent some of his most precious moments and how he liked to enjoy his free time. In the end, it makes you wonder, can someone with such high status ever truly let his guard down and for once enjoy life and all the things that he worked so hard in order to achieve? Rest in peace, Pop Smoke.